Hello, hello, students. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. This is Mrs. Teixeira talking to you, and we are here today to study the grammar of Unit 8. In our Unit 8, we are studying the news. Okay, so for sure the grammar is about the headlines. You know that when the journalists they have to write the headlines, they use few words because they should write something interesting. They should take people attention. Yes? So they don't respect the traditional grammar. That's what we are going to study. How do they write the sentences? Okay? So please grab your book, page 84. When we talk about grammar, guys, I always like to read the pages at the end of our book. Okay? So I'm going to read the page 120 with you. Let's go there. Okay. So the headlines are used to convey and to give the information using few words, as I told you. So when they have to take out some words, what words they decide to take out? They take out the articles and the possessive adjectives, okay? So can you see in here a cosmonaut Mary's fiancé from International Space Station, which supposed to have a, his, and from the International Station. So they eliminate all the articles. Yes, here a and the possessive. Okay. They use the present tense to describe single past events. Teacher, they use present to describe past? Yes. Okay? So in other situation, we would use present perfect to report recent events. We have studied, guys, that present perfect is used to describe recent events. I have just done the exercise. All right? So they didn't use the present perfect to describe something that happened recently. They use present simple. So check in here. Giant tsunami hits Japan, and not the giant tsunami has hit Japan. Grammarly, this is the correct option. But when we are talking about the news, they use different structure to make the sentence shorter. They also don't use the verb to be. They take out the verb to be of the sentence. Okay? Transport unions agree over pay deal. Are angry, not agree. Transport unions are angry. Okay? So they eliminate the verb. Be is also often left out when we normally be used as an auxiliary verb. So imagine that we have a continuous sentence, yes, or a passive sentence, they eliminate is and are. Young employee is falling, so they just use falling, they eliminate is, the present continuous in here, they don't use the auxiliary verb. Men question over bank robbery has been questioned, so we're talking about passive voice, they eliminate the auxiliary verb in here. Okay? Headlines often indicate future events with to and infinitive. This form is common when an official announcement is made or an expert makes a prediction. So when they want to write future sentences, they use the infinitive, the to plus infinitive. Okay, air pollution to reach dangerous level by 2025. Yes, 2025. To reach, we're talking about future, but they use to. They didn't use will or is going to. A question mark, look here, the question mark is sometimes used to show that the information is uncertain. So air pollution to reach dangerous level by 2025, if I put here the question mark, it's like uncertain. Rolling to write new Potter book, to write future, and here the question mark is like, is it true? Is it going to happen? I'm not sure. To report opinion, yes, we use some verbs like say, claim, at the end of the sentence. Obesity becoming epidemic, say doctors, so I use the verb in here. And claims, word to end in 2500, claims psyche. To end, because we're talking about future, and who said the sentence, we put at the end. Okay, the speaker. Sometimes quotation marks in here, check, are used to report an opinion or the subjective statement made by a person, group, or organization. It's like to give emphasis, yes, to show the opinion. Minister misled public over reforms. Lion, citing London Park. Yeah, can you see that? We report something, and it's like to take people attention. Sometimes no verbs are included at all. How do they do this? They use a noun, in, and a noun. Brit actors in Oscar, are in Oscar, yes. Prisoners in fail, yes, or just prisoners failed, yeah, trying to escape. It will be the long sentence. Okay, now we are going to do some exercises. But before, here we have a short video giving like a short explanation. So let's remember what we have just read. They use present simple to describe past events. Good. Check the sentence. Man eats 100 burgers. Granny wins the lottery. They also eliminate the verb to be. Here, supposed to have are, is. When we use to in the infinitive, we are talking about future. When we add a question mark, we are talking about something that we are not certain. And articles, the, they also left out. And sometimes they write sentence with no verbs at all, okay? Just nouns and adjectives. Okay? Good. So what you have to do now is exercise 1. In our exercise 1, can we see that we have 4 columns? Yes? So you, according to the picture, you are going to connect the parts of the sentences to make good headlines, to take people attention, okay? You can number. You don't have enough blank to write the whole sentence, so you can number, okay? This is one of your homeworks. Exercise 3, I'm going to do with you because we need the listening, all right? So what you have to do in here, listen to the extract from a radio new broadcast, which headlines best match each story. Let's listen. Bullying victims suffer late in life. Bullying made many victims suffer. Which is the best headline? These headlines you have on exercise 2. Sorry, it's not the correct option, okay, guys? I'm not sure about the option. Let's listen first. Let's do it.
1. Individuals were tested for psychological problems, general health, social relationships, and cognitive functioning. The study found that those who were tormented by peers in childhood were more likely to have poorer physical and mental health and cognitive functioning. They were also more likely to be depressed. Social and economic consequences were also found. Victims were more likely to be less educated, with men being more likely to be unemployed and earn less. Social relationships were also affected, with those who suffered in their youth less likely to be in a relationship and to have good support from friends and family in later life.
Okay, so the best title is the letter A that you have on your exercise 2, because we are describing something that happens in the past, yes, until today, so I'm going to use my verb in the present form. Number 2.
2.
These digital versions can be updated by teachers, customized to specific classes, and connected to the latest events. These instant updates will be immediately live on the pupils' iPads. The school is keenly aware that pupils are now living in a digital world, whether it's social networking or getting information from Google, and that technology cannot be kept outside the school gate. A school has to accept this is the world we live in. The challenge is to give young people the skills to navigate it. It still requires excellent teachers to make them and to make sense of them, but you can see the far-reaching possibilities of creating the exam course equivalent of a box set of a TV series. Education should be a mixed economy. There should be technology, but it is only there to support what a living, breathing teacher is doing. In the future, it should be possible for students in one city to play an active part in lessons taking place in another.
Okay, so the story 2, we have something that is going to happen in the future. When we talk about future, we use to and the verb in the original form, infinitive. Sorry. And number 3, what is the best title?
3.
But there is not sufficient evidence to know if making your room darker would make any difference to your weight. There might be other explanations for the association, but the findings are intriguing enough to warrant further scientific investigation. One possible explanation is that the light is disrupting the body clock, which stems from our evolutionary past, when we were active when it was light in the day and resting when it was dark at night. Light alters mood, physical strength, and even the way we process food in a 24-hour cycle. Artificial light is known to disrupt the body clock by delaying the production of the sleep hormone melatonin. Dr. Matthew Lamb from the charity Breakthrough Breast Cancer said there would be no harm in trying to make bedrooms darker. It's too early to suggest that sleeping in the dark will help prevent obesity, a known risk factor for breast cancer. But the association is certainly...
Okay, so we're talking about something that are linked, connect, or recommend. I will use link. And it is the correct option. Light bedrooms is exactly what you are thinking. Quartos claros. Então, dormir na claridade estaria relacionado com obesidade. That's what they were talking about. Okay? Now, exercise 4 and exercise 6 is going to be your homework too. Exercise 4, you have to remove words that they don't need to write the headline. Remember, they eliminate articles, they eliminate the future, Yes, articles. They use just the verb in the present form. They don't use the verb in the perfect. Here, the verb to be, the article, yeah? They don't use present continuous, just the ing verb, no verb to be. Okay? So, rewrite the sentences taking the verbs, the articles that you don't need. And exercise 6, you need to write, when you read these headlines, when you read it, what is the meaning that comes to your mind? What do you understand? Okay, when you read this, we can have something that is funny. Yeah? So, which ideas does the headline number 1 give us? Okay? So, we can imagine that the kids produce their own snacks. Or the kids can be eaten. Yes, the snacks. What ideas comes to your mind when you read these headlines? That's what you have to do. Okay, you can write 1 or 2 meanings for each sentence, but 1 is enough. All right? So, let me close in here. Your homework is exercise 1, create sentences. Exercise 4, eliminate the words that we don't need. And exercise 6, write the meaning of the sentences. What do you understand when you read those sentences? Okay? When you finish the exercises, you should send me the picture of them by email. Okay? I need to know if you are doing my lessons. Okay? That's it for today. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.